We need to store rainwater. Monsoons once again. Floods everywhere. The much-needed rain is here. While water is an important need of life, too much of it can cause flooding and devastation. In Pakistan, floods create havoc when rivers overflow their banks during the monsoon season. Rivers have always played a very important role in the life of human beings. They have served as trade routes from the earliest of times. Before the building of roads and railways, most trade was carried on by boats and ships along rivers. In addition to this, rivers have been important for growing food. This was the reason that most towns in ancient times were built near rivers. However, rivers flood during the rainy season and run dry or have very little water sometime after the rains. One way that people have found to capture and retain the rainwater for later use is by building structures to hold the water and prevent it from flooding. This way, the retained water can be used throughout the year for growing food. One way in which water is stored is through barrages built on rivers. A barrage is a kind of wall, which blocks the flow of water. It has gates, through which the water is allowed to pass in a limited quantity. Its aim is to control the flow of water in the flood season, store it, and release it for irrigation, through the canals, throughout the year. The Good New Barrage, built on the river Indus, is one of the many barrages built in Pakistan. It is built at a place where the river is 14 kilometers in width. It is designed to force the water, spread over 14 kilometers, to pass through a narrow barrage, about 1 kilometer wide. The barrage is 1,355 kilometers in length. It is made in such a way that a flood of about 1.2 million cusecs can pass through it. The Good New Barrage has a system of 3 main canals. 2 of these are on the right bank and 1 on the left. The Begari Sindh feeder and the Desert Pat feeder are on the right bank. The third canal, the Ghatki feeder, is on the left bank. The 3 canals are amongst the largest feeder canals in the world. The barrage is meant to irrigate an area of 2.7 million acres. Most of this area lies in the Sukkur and Jacobabad districts of Sindh, and the rest in the Kalat division of the Baluchistan province. The Good New Barrage is one of the biggest barrages of Pakistan. It has also been the most difficult to complete. More than 5,000 engineers, technicians, and laborers worked day and night to complete it. It was put into operation on February 4, 1962. The barrage has tamed the river and put an end to the damage caused by floods in this area. It is about time that the government started constructing more barrages to control flooding during the rainy season and to supply water throughout the year for irrigating more land so that Pakistan becomes self-sufficient in meeting its demands for grains, fruits, and vegetables. In fact, proper water management can allow us to grow surplus food items, which we can then export and earn foreign exchange.